Alright, hey guys. The phone lot just came today. The phone lot I purchased, I talked about it in the last video. I did open it up already because I wanted to show it all to my mom first, because she wanted to see it. But I haven't tried to turn any of them on or charge them or anything like that. I didn't, the phones that had removable batteries, I didn't even take off the back cover or anything. I literally just looked at them, just really briefly. But, yeah, so this is the box of phones that I got. I've got iPods in there. I've got everything. It is not a scam, so that's good. You can see here, this is the listing of it. See, these are the only pictures that I got of it. These are the only pictures. So it's not great pictures. You can pause if you want to look at them more. But yeah, so we're going to get on to looking into all these devices and charging them and testing them and see if they power on correctly. Whatever. Seeing which ones we can repair. So yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, so just move this off to the side here a little bit. What was that? Was that this? Was that the camera? I think that was one of the phones in here. But I didn't turn any of on, like I said, so it's possible some of the older phones that don't have like Rise to Wake or whatever it is might be on. But yeah, and we're gonna try to charge all of these. I'm not gonna try to charge all of them, but I'm gonna try to charge the ones, some of the ones that I think may have like water damage or clearly are broken. I'm not gonna plug those in, just to try to give them a higher chance of surviving. The first thing we have here is an iPod Classic 7th generation. In my last video, I messed up the Classic and Touch. I said Touch where I was supposed to be saying Classic a couple times, so I'll try not to say this. When I got this device, it's open, you can see. It's completely destroyed, really. Somebody's opened it up and completely destroyed the housing, or back, when they were opening it. But everything is there. I was afraid, I saw that one was open in the listings, and I was afraid things might be missing out of that one. But it's got everything. It's got the hard drive, it's got the screen, it's got the logic board. It's actually even got the battery. So this next device here, we have some Azumi phone. Right here, I don't know what this is, honestly. Might have a screen protector. Looks like it. Really looks like it has a screen protector, but I don't think it does. I don't know. This one will try to power it up. This one I have a SIM card. No micro SD. Next thing here we have is, I don't know what this is, honestly. I think it might be like a Motorola Droid or something. But this is cool because it's got this like connector down here. It's Verizon too, so that's good. And it's got this. It's in pretty bad condition though. I don't really know what that is, so that one's nice. Try to turn that on. Looks a lot like the Motorola E5. It might be slightly bent too. I think it is. All of these Motorola phones. It's got tape on it for some reason. I think that maybe the back's coming off. I don't know. Anyway, the next device here is some LG phone. It is absolutely disgusting. I have no idea what that is. It's just really nasty. Okay, so I did get a wet rag so I can wipe off some of those more nasty ones. I don't know what this is. See if it boot up. I don't think any of these are probably not going to boot up. Really, they shouldn't, because this is an untested lot. We have a Galaxy S4. This one looks to have a good screen and not be cracked. It's got some obvious wear, some signs of use and things. This one, it's got a battery. It is. Okay, so there's definitely a phone in there that's on, because I just heard that noise again. That's definitely from that lot. So yeah, it's got a SIM card, battery. When they come with SIM cards in them, that's usually a good sign, because that hopefully means that they're kind of, like untested. Because a lot of times those will get taken out if they've been through like some kind of some kind of place. I don't know. This is a Galaxy S2 here. Galaxy S2, that's kind of cool. One of the rarer Galaxy S's, I guess. Also dead. Looks like battery, and it doesn't have a SIM card slot. Oh, this has got a special back. The back has got like a clips down there. Almost broke those off. Here we have some phone. Something. I have no idea what this is. Absolutely no idea what this is. Literally, yeah, no idea. Has absolutely no markings or anything. Looks like an older Android. Here we have, I think this is a Galaxy Grand Prime, but I'm not sure. I think this is a Galaxy Grand Prime. I'm not 100% sure. But, yeah, so that's got some obvious signs of use on the back. Heck is nasty. That looks like the J3 that I have. Yeah, I got a battery. Wow, that battery is extremely heavy. I mean, in relative, like, to the phone. It feels super heavy. The phone, I mean, I know they always do, but, like, especially feels super light all of a sudden. iPhone 4S here. This is actually the 4S model. No signs of anything really being wrong with that. Does not boot up though. It's pretty dirty. Nothing. It looks in relatively good condition. Here we have an iPhone 5S. I hope this one works. It looks good, but it is missing the bottom pentalobe screws, so that's not a great sign. See if we can get some life out of this one. Home button is clicking. Buttons are clicking. Good. Nothing from that. Here, I believe this phone is the same as this one. I believe that, yeah, these are exactly the same. I actually don't remember which one I got out, so I guess we'll try to power them both on again. Nothing out of those. It's actually a good sign if none of them power on at first. This is a cracked Galaxy S4. I have an S4 with bad screens. Hopefully one of the screens from these are good. This looks very similar. Something is broken off in there. I don't know what that is. One looks like it might have some water damage. It's got something going on down there by the charging port. Not a great sign. I don't remember if I tried to power that one on or not. I don't think I did. But, yeah, that one's getting nothing. Here we have a Galaxy S6 Edge. So that one is cracked on the back. Good charging port. Screen is cracked as well. Not missing anything. But yeah, it's cracked up, so it's totally... yeah, it's pretty cracked. Nothing from that one either, I think. Hopefully the OLED will be functioning at least on that one, because it's not going to be worth fixing. Here we have a BLU phone. Don't know what this is. It's giant though. It is really big. It's got a removable back, I think. Okay, cool. This is dual SIM. That's pretty interesting. Okay, so that's actually really interesting. It looks like this has a full-size SIM and a nano SIM, as well as a micro SD, but not a removable battery, so that's kind of funny. No removable battery. Looks like it might be slightly expanded too. That's cool though. Hopefully that one works. I mean, hopefully they all work, but yeah. I think I already tried to power. Yeah, I did try to power that. Here we have another one that looks similar to that one. It's also got a removable back. It might actually be the same one, but this one has a smaller camera. It says it's 8 megapixels, and the other one is. Why are these backs so hard to get off? Using some serious strong hit clips. This one, it has no SIM cards or anything in it. No removable battery, just like the other one. Feels really light though. Weird. Nothing from that one immediately. That actually might be from one of my devices. It sounded like it came from down here. I'd say that's actually probably one of my devices. This one has a case. I haven't even taken the case off of this one yet. It looks like this might be a screwed down case. I don't know what this is. Absolutely no idea what this phone is because I don't. Yeah, I think this case is screwed in, so I'll try to get this case off. Okay, so I got the case off of this, and this actually does appear to be an LG stylo, so that is pretty cool. It is missing the S Pen, though. Or, I mean, it's not an S Pen, it's an LG, obviously. But, yeah, it's missing. I think it looks like it's got a missing pen, so that is pretty cool, though. Got that case for free, too, I guess. It's pretty nasty, though. I don't know if it'll be any good. And then here we have a, I don't even know what that says, phone. Some phone. Also, I think that noise from down there is coming from one of my devices. I'm going to check on that in a second. This one also is not powering on. Does this one have a removable back? Yes, it does. Doesn't have a removable battery, though. That's really weird. This has got a destroyed USB-C port, I believe. That's a USB-C. Probably not modular either. Found the culprit to that noise. It is this flip phone that I have. This one is one of my phones, so just take out the battery and put that back in. Honestly, that's kind of surprising because that flip phone, I turned it on last night and it still had battery almost 24 hours later, which is surprising since it's a flip phone. But, and here we have one of the best items in the lot, and it is an iPod Touch 7th generation. I can tell because it's smaller, it's thinner than the 6th gen. I can also tell this one, I can tell it's the same thickness, so it is also a 7th gen. 80 gigabyte, they're both 80 gigabyte. But, and then this one, yeah, it looks pretty good. Doesn't look like it's ever been attempted to be opened, which is good because basically when they get opened, you know, they get destroyed, just like I showed with that one. Here's a Verizon Samsung flip phone. This is the only flip phone I've got in this lot. I've never had one of these specific flip phones, but so I guess that's kind of cool. Never seen that battery before. It's blue. Usually they're black. It's odd. Looks like CDMA. We have a Galaxy A01, I think anyway. Pretty sure it is. And then this is, I had one of these before. Actually, no, that is not, I don't think that's an A01. It's not quite right. It looks slightly off. Charging port is like offset, and the screen is bezel. The bottom bezel is too big. Maybe it's been repaired before. I don't know. have two iPod Nanos here, 5th gen and a 4th gen. This one, 4th gen looks like it's had some water damage. The 5th gen looks decent. Looks like it's had a lot of use though. These things really can't have the batteries replaced, so these will probably just be going directly into my iPod repair pile because I can't repair iPod Nanos because I don't have micro soldering skills. But those, I will test them out though. Here we have some tablet. I don't really know what this is. I've seen them before. Other people get them in tech lots. They're kind of just like a throwaway tablet. It's got like some kind of magnet on it. Came off with relative ease. Magnet, I guess that's nice. And I'll check the SIM card slots on all of these and see if they have SD cards in them. Hopefully they do, because my last slot had 4 SD cards, so that was nice. Here is a pretty nasty TCL phone. Guess we'll try to power that one on now, as well as the TCL phone. And neither of those power on, so hopefully these probably are untested, so that is good. This one's got a removable back. Looks similar to that first one. Weird removable battery. So, like, tall and skinny. Is it expanded? No, it's just not in all the way already. And here we have a next book. I don't really know what these are, but I know they're cool. So, I just know these are cool. Does it have a removable back? It honestly kind of looks like it does, but I don't think so. It's not supposed to, I don't think. But it might. It might have a removable back, but it's not supposed to have one. It's not supposed to have a removable back. I don't think. Anyway, and then here we have a pretty old Fire tablet. It's got something written on the back. Don't know what that says. If someone knows what that means, it's like JJV or something. This honestly kind of looks like it has a removable back. I know they obviously don't, but... And then... Oh, look, this one doesn't require SIM cards. No micro SD, though, sadly. This is a really old Fire tablet. So this is a really old one. It might even be a 6-inch, actually. I don't know. Okay. And then this is another Fire tablet. Another Fire tablet. This is a bigger one. It's another one that's really old. It's like an 8-inch or something. Maybe actually might just be a 7-inch. I don't know. Try to power that one up. No SD. Here we have an iPhone 8 Plus, completely destroyed, as you can see. It's completely mangled. It has the bottom screws in, though. I imagine this one probably is going to have water damage, sadly. Also, I mean, I can kind of feel like there's a little liquid residue. It's got the home button, though. Obviously, the home button doesn't click in on these devices, because the home button is all haptic. I guess I could try to power that one on, but definitely not expecting anything. Here we have an iPod Touch 4th generation. This is the Touch 4. Really scratched, but it's 32 gigs, so that's nice find because I have a 6 gigabyte, or I have a 8 gigabyte one. Mine is an 8 gig. I showed that in the last video. I showed how it was. I got apps on it, apps running on it. This is a ZTE phone. Don't know what this is. Actually surprised how many of these are dual SIMs. So these are probably like from China or something. Or we're almost to the end of the lot. Got like 6 devices or something left. Here we have a LG, another LG phone. Something, I don't know what it is. This one's got some deep scratches, but I don't actually think it's cracked, so that's good. So no signs of life from any of these devices when I'm first powering them on. First attempt to power them on. This one's missing a power button, so that might be a slight issue. This AT&T Motorola phone. It's probably a newer one. Motorola's are kind of just throwaway though. And here we have another LG phone. This honestly looks like a stylus, but it's not. It's not actually a stylus. It's one of the. It's a different one. This one's got a removable back. It's not supposed to though. Oh yeah, I can already see some catastrophic damage. That antenna line's ripped off. Got tons of dirt in there. Not the best, that's for sure. Yeah, not great, not great. But, it's not catastrophic damage, but obviously it's catastrophically damaged on the front and the frame is broken. Try to power it on, I guess. It's actually got a functional home button, or power button, whatever. I mean, I guess it kind of is a home button. No, it's not. It's not a home button at all. So then we're kind of going to the better devices here. Well, this one isn't. Last 2 devices are some of the better ones. This is another Motorola. Kind of looks like the first one I showed you. It's got these pins back here. I think this is a I mean, assuming by the fact it says Droid back here, I'm assuming this is a Motorola Droid. Not catastrophically damaged. I remember this one as being completely cracked in the pictures, but apparently it's not. The home button doesn't click, but I don't know if that's just because it's haptic. Power button. It's not going to do anything, I don't think. The last 2, they're not really, they're destroyed, but they're really good. First thing we have is an iPhone SE, 2nd or 3rd gen. I don't know how to tell the 3rd and 2nd gen apart at all from the size. I don't really think there's any way to tell it apart. Missing the bottom pencil lobe screws and the screen is lifting. I guess I will go ahead and just, well, the housing is good on this one, so I don't want to use a metal pry tool. I want to grab a plastic. That's the smallest pick I've ever seen in my life. What is that? Oh my gosh. So go ahead and pry this one up. Hopefully don't see any catastrophic damage. Kind of feels like I'm still breaking the seal, so hopefully, oh, no, it's definitely Apple battery. That's good. Gotta run the pick down this side too, I guess. There we go. Now we can get a look inside there. Okay, so it looks good on the inside. That's good. This actually looks like might be an SE3 because it looks slightly different from what I remember it looking like, and I've opened the SE2 before. Hopefully that, well, we can see from the battery. Nope, it's an SE2, okay. Because the SE3 has a 2000 milliamp hour battery and this one only has 1800 milliamps. Original battery looks original. It's got a screw there. Someone's obviously been messing around in here. Doesn't look like they broke anything though, so that's good. And it actually looks like it's all been closed up. I don't know. I don't think anybody's actually opened it. Or, I mean, I think someone's just literally taken off the screen and then they didn't do anything else. So, I don't even know if they fully took off the screen or not. But that one's pretty cool. So, I've already got like 4 of those, but... Oh, and then right here, Galaxy Note 9. By far the best device in the lot, but it's destroyed. Just the device itself, this is the best device, but it's not going to be worth the most because it's so destroyed. It's going to be needing a new back and a new screen, obviously, and the screen will just come with the housing, and since the housing's not in great condition on this, you'd obviously want to go with that option. And it's missing the S pin. So, it's going to cost a lot of investment, but it probably will be worth repairing. I'm definitely going to want to probably look into this because it will become uneconomical to repair very soon, so I'm going to want to repair it right now if I want to repair it. Nothing from that one. I guess we can try the iPhone SE. I didn't try that one. So, on to the testing. Dude, there's like a horrible burning smell right now. I don't know what that is. There's a horrible burning smell right now, but I have no idea what it is, so I'm just going to have to ignore that, I guess. So I'm taking the devices that I'm going to take apart and look at and check for damages before basically devices that I want to take apart before I plug in. I'm putting those back in this box over here. This Nano, they're so hard to take apart. It looks like it has water damage, but they're so hard to take apart. I mean, like, I'm gonna probably want to just plug it in because they're not, I can't repair them. That one looks good. So yeah, I'll sort those all out. None of them were missing batteries, and most of them still have even SIM cards and things in them, so that's good. Also, off camera, I'm going to check them all to see if they have SD cards in them, and I'll turn the camera back on if I find any. There's like a horrible burning smell right now. I don't know what it is. It's been here for a couple days. I don't know what it is. I think it might be this light, actually. That wouldn't make sense, though. I have no idea. So this one, surprisingly, is apparently cellular, because I took that out and an SD card or a SIM card fell out. Actually, never mind. I'm stupid. It literally has an IMEI number on the back. So this iPhone 5S, I really want this one to work, and it's missing the pentalobe screws. So I'm gonna open this one up first before I plug it in. But normally I wouldn't open that first. But I really want it to work, so I want to give it the highest chance of working. Then again, if the logic port's damaged, I'm not going to be able to repair it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So I went through, and none of them had an SD card, which honestly I wasn't really surprised to see that. But most of them do have a SIM card, so that's good news. I'm going to do an FMI check on all the Apple devices now, just to see what's going on with those, and then I'll be right back. The website I like to go with is this free iCloud website. I feel like this is the best. Also, usually you want to enter the serial number because it will give you the most information, but for this video I'm just going to be entering the IMEI because I can't show you guys the serial numbers because if you show the serial numbers, bad things can happen on these older devices. I could go into a whole rant about that, but just for this video, I cannot show the serial numbers. But for you, I'd recommend using the serial number because it's going to give you the most information. Oh. So that's actually really surprising. FMI is actually off on the 5S. I was honestly not expecting to see that. Now it's time to see the most important one. This is the most important because this one, I cannot bypass the iPhone SE 2 from iCloud. So if this one's not, if this one has got FMI on, it's pretty much worthless. Also, by the way, on devices that don't have the IMEI number on the back, you can find the IMEI and serial information on the SIM card for iPhones. Anyway, I don't think it applies to iPods. Well, obviously it doesn't, but I don't think it applies to everything, but it applies to most iPhones and most all new iPhones, but some of the older ones it doesn't. So yeah, that sucks. FMI is on for that one, and also it has no SIM card, so it's pretty much screwed. But this is good for parts because my dad literally just today had the proximity sensor break on his iPhone SE. Okay, wait. Actually, I don't think that's user replaceable, so never mind. But hey, still, it's cool. Um, I think literally I have 4 other white iPhone SE second generations, so that's funny. It's literally the same thing as I have. The iPhone 8 does have a SIM card though, so that's good. I mean, iPhone 8 Plus, that one has a SIM card, so that's good. The 8 Plus does have FMI on, but it has a SIM card, so I can contact the original owner potentially. That is if I can fix this, and I believe this is water damaged and will be needing a new camera, new back housing, and screen, so pretty much destroyed. So this is quite strange and something I've never seen before. So, you can see, well, probably can't see, but definitely cannot see that, but that's the IMEI on the SIM card tray, and it is not a valid IMEI, and I've looked over it like 7 times, so that is extremely strange. That is for the 4S. So I ran and it worked, but I can't show the serial number. It's got Find My on. Okay, so I've delayed this way too long. It's time to start testing. I need to shorten this video, so I'm not going to show every device charging, but I just plugged in the 4th gen iPod, no screen damage, and it's charging. So I'm only going to show the more important devices. This is just the first one I plugged in, but I've made this video way too long already, so. So the SE, good screen. It's obviously cracked, but that's very nice. Hopefully this is not reset, because if it is reset, then it's pretty much worthless. I know I said I wasn't going to show every device, but here I am showing every device. This is the 4S. It turned on with a good screen, and that's really important because I have I have an iPhone 4 and another iPhone 4S that have bad screens. Here is the Note 9. You can see it's only accepting 1 watt. I heard it vibrate. I think the screen is dead because I think it should be turning on. It is only accepting 1 watt though, which is not great. First device is powering on. Also, hopefully this SE is still running iOS 17 because these things are extremely slow on iOS 18. So iPod is passcode locked, but these things can't have activation lock. But I will be doing some things to this one, so that way I will keep the iOS version, and I won't have to lose the iOS version because it looks like it might be running an older version of iOS. I'm not sure. So one of the best devices here. This is the classic 7th gen, and it appears to be booting up. The hard drive. Okay, it's got a bad hard drive, so that hard drive does not sound great, so that's pretty expected. Not the end of the world. Yeah, that hard drive is making some very sad noises, so. Making some clicks that are not good. The battery also appears to be bad. So this one appears to have a bad hard drive as well. It's making the exact same noises. Now, does not sound great. This one's actually just completely dying. I think that is the hard drive retracting. Not great. Alright, so yeah, this SE is going to be worthless. So, SE does not have it does obviously have a activation lock. It's probably going to be worthless. So yeah, the logic board's not going to be any good. Yeah, I mean, is this an Apple original screen? This might actually be an Apple original screen. Okay, so the camera button is original. Yeah, and so you can see we have the option to use device passcode and stuff too. Obviously, yeah, so this is not great. anybody has any ideas how you would contact the original owner or do any of that stuff, that'd be nice to know. Okay, so dang it. The 4S is locked with a passcode, so that is good. Just guess some of the generic passcodes here, I guess. iPhone is disabled. Wonder if this is on like a... Oh! Yes! Let's go. It's on iOS 7. Oh, yes. Dude, because these things are easy to bypass, too. Oh, wait, no, they're not, actually. These are A5, aren't they? But that has iOS 7, so that is very cool. Very cool. So that's awesome. Oh, yes, dude. This is the first time I've ever even used iOS 7, so that one's going to be needing a bypass. These are both going to be needing bypass. This one's not activation locked, but I want to keep the iOS version on it, so I'm going to be needing some kind of bypass. So, yeah, it looks like the 5S is not doing anything. That sucks. And I did decide to not go ahead and... Wait, I did decide to plug this one in. Obviously. The Note 9 is not showing any signs of life at all except for that initial vibration. It's doing nothing. Which is not great. Okay, so we've got a good screen on the S6. I mean, it's not completely destroyed. So that is nice. S6 Edge. This LG is taking charge. Yes, we have an S4 with a good screen. Other S4 also has a good screen. So this S4 is on, and it appears to already be reset. Oh, I can pull this cable farther. Maybe. Maybe not, I don't know. That one's finally charging. So the S4, yeah, that's cool. I guess we'll check what Android version it's on and stuff. But I mean, this doesn't look like Android 5, so... Okay, so it's on 4.4.2, so that is actually not the newest version for this phone. Okay, so that one's having a seizure. Screen's completely bad on that. Totally destroyed. This one's got 7%, should be able to boot that one up. Stylo 4, okay. So that tells us right there, I guess, what... Like this one looks like it's reset. Okay, it is. So I'll set this up and see if it is got FRP. So this one does have FRP, but I'm pretty sure it can be bypassed. So sadly, I think the Note 9 is cooked because it shows no signs of life at all, and it only draws 1 watt, and it should be drawing about 10 watts. So it's not good. I did feel it vibrate though when I first plugged it in, so still might be savable. I have to open it up and see what's going on. But it is not working as of right now. So we have a first phone here that has something stuck in the charging port. Oh wait, actually, it's still charging somehow. That's crazy. Okay, so I plugged in the S2, and the S4 I'm just going to grab a different battery and slap it in there. Just because I'm tired of waiting for it to charge. Got another S4 here that's got a charged battery. I believe the battery is fully charged on this one. So, for time's sake, we're just going to do that. Let this one boot up. This is exactly the same as the other S4. Sprint, Android 4.4.2. And same model number, everything. Good screen. try to boot on this LG phone. Don't know what this one is. LG Expression Plus 3. Okay. It's like a really stupid name. And then we got this LG over here. Yeah, this is another LG. It's at 8%. The screen is going insane. I doubt I'm going to be able to do anything with the screen, but go ahead and boot it on anyway. Oh my gosh, look at that screen. That is crazy. I'm sorry I can't get them close to the camera. The chargers are not long enough. I did not get sufficient chargers for this video, I guess. I thought I did, but... Okay, so this one looks like... That one's track phone. Okay, so... Touchscreen seems to be messed up. Anyway, then we've got another charger here. We can plug in another one. Samsung A11. Go for that one. That one in. Plug that one in. See if that one can charge at all. Charging port feels very loose and it's not doing anything. Okay, no, it's charging now. Alright, so let's see this LG one. Okay, so it is locked with a passcode and the screen is going crazy. Go and then plug in this Grand Prime, or at least I believe that's what it is. I think I might have saw something on the screen there. Okay, that one's got a battery charging. Appears to be charging good. Okay, so we're booting up the Galaxy S6 Edge now. We're going to see, will this one work? My dad is crashing out. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is T-Mobile. And it is an S6 Edge. Oh, nice, dude. No screen damage and no screen burn. That looks good. I mean, I think, anyway. Nice. I think that's no screen burn. And also... Okay, so that's actually extremely surprising. Okay, it looks like it might have a tiny bit of screen burn. But I don't know. Okay, so this one, it has FRP. So we will have to reset that. Have to try to remove the FRP from that one. Not even gonna bother checking it. Alright, so guys, so you know, the phone just died there a minute ago, so yeah, I was just testing them though, but the video is getting way too long, so I went ahead and tested most of the devices just on my own. I'll tell you guys at the end about what all is happening. But this iPhone 5S was not turning on, and I opened it up. The home button cable is not screwed down correctly. The bottom screws were missing. Surprisingly, the retaining bracket for the home button was actually installed correctly. The battery is not right. The battery connector. What is the camera doing? Holy crap. Can we please focus? What? Anyway, this is not right at all. So I'm going to see what is wrong with that. Hopefully it is not, hopefully, I don't think it's water damage though, so that's good. Yeah, this is a seriously bad repair, I can already see. This is, I don't think this battery is even for an iPhone. I mean, I've never seen that connector in my entire life. Holy crap, what is the camera doing? Why is this thing not focusing? Anytime I get close to anything, it just goes out completely out of focus. I don't know what it's doing. But that's not even close to the right battery. I don't know what is going on here, but this phone is totally screwed up. I'm going to see what I can do for this. Alright guys, so I resetted the cables and everything correctly. And I connected up an iPhone 5C battery into it. And It works perfectly fine now. I didn't connect the home button cable, so I gotta connect that. Surprisingly, the battery did actually have pull tabs, but I just didn't even bother to try to mess with those because I just assumed that they wouldn't have used those. But I doubt they would have worked anyway, considering they're installed upside down. And if you'll remember, this is FMI off, so I'll be able to get a fully functional device here for completely free. Also, I'm really confused because I did not think the iPhone 5S battery was compatible with the iPhone 5C. So, yeah, I don't really know what's going on there, but I don't know. So, like, this might be like a 5C logic board or something. I am so confused. At least they tried to remove the old adhesive tabs. They're not completely gone, but well, actually, I have absolutely no idea what's going on here. These are the original adhesive tabs. What is going on? I'm actually so confident. I'm going to go ahead and glue down the iPhone 5C battery into here. And when you're using a liquid adhesive to glue down a battery, you want to just use a tiny little bit. You just want to use like a couple drops, because all you're trying to do is just make sure the battery stays in. You want it to be able to be removed later. So just like this, just a little bit. And do not put it on top of the cables either, because it could definitely mess things up. Okay guys, so we have a iOS, we have an iOS 11, we have an iOS 11.2.7 I think, iPhone 5S with functioning Touch ID, 32 gigabytes of storage, and it's iOS 11.2.6. That is extremely nice, dude. That is awesome. Alright, so guys, the 5S is actually not missing any brackets or anything. There was just a little bit of adhesive that was missing under the home button, but I used a little bit of tape adhesive to make that stick back the way it's supposed to. The only thing that's actually missing is the bottom screws, and I did confirm with 3U tools. This is actually the original screen and everything, and Touch IDs works, so it is the original home button. I guess they must have just kind of like pulled the cable wrong and it just made the adhesive come detached. That's the only thing that was wrong with the home button, but it looked like it was replaced. Alright guys, so here is the final results of everything that I got. And I have them all laid out and charged. So, first thing up at the top, I charged everything that does actually hold a charge. Some of them have bad batteries, so all of the iPods, these two, the batteries are completely dead, but they work fine other than that, except for this one. The menu button is also broken, but other than that, they both work perfectly fine. 8 gigabytes. They got a lot of wear. This one, the hard drive was bad. I already took it out, and the battery's also expanded in this one, so it needs a new battery, a new back cover, and a new hard drive. I'm probably gonna put an SSD in this and like upgrade it to like 512 gigabytes or something. This one, I think this one actually does hold a charge. Yes, it does, but this one also has a bad hard drive. But this one, the battery is actually good on it. You can hear that noise. That is the noise the hard drive is making. That's not supposed to happen. So, that one does actually hold a charge. Then we have this iPod Touch 4th generation. And this is pretty cool because it is 32 gigabytes. And it is also running iOS 4.3.4. I used the boot ROM exploit to go ahead and reset this without updating it. It doesn't have any kind of activation locks or anything because these older devices don't have that. But I did get that reset without updating it. And then here we have an iPhone 4S, passcode locked on iOS 7.0.4, 8 gigabytes. See, it's extremely full of storage because it says can't even take a photo. This one, the battery seems to be pretty bad in it, but it isn't like got any major damage. It's kind of dirty. I haven't cleaned it. This one I can't actually bypass because it is an A5 chip, but hopefully I'll be getting a MacBook soon, so I'll be able to bypass it. This we have an iOS 11 iPhone 5S. It is iOS 11.2.6, and it is 32 gigabytes. So that one is really nice. I just had to replace the battery in it. Everything else is original. This is an iPhone SE 2nd generation, 64 gigabytes, iCloud locked, and it has a 6-digit passcode and an iPhone 7 screen assembly on it, so it also doesn't have a home button. I already guessed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and all zeros. Here we have an iPhone 8 Plus that is completely destroyed. It needs a new screen, new housing, and new camera. But I think that one is working because I did actually get it to connect to the computer, and it was in DFU mode for some reason. I don't know why, but I think maybe it's just kind of bugging because there's so much broken off on it. There's just so many things that are broken, like basically all the small components up at the top are broken, like the antennas, the buttons, the camera's all gone. But I think the home button is original, hopefully. Then we have a Galaxy S2 here. This one works perfectly fine with no issues, but the battery is screwed up. It won't charge right. We have the two S4s, Android 4.4.2. They're working fine. The batteries on them work and everything. There's a bunch of screws here on the floor. I don't know what that's from. The S4s are actually on. You can see they're basically exactly the same. The On 5 works perfectly fine. Not locked or anything. I don't know about the carrier locks on any of them, but we have a Galaxy S6 with a functional Touch ID. Everything works on this, but it is pretty beat up. And it does actually have quite a bit of screen burn. The screen burn is just even across the whole screen, so it's not really noticeable. And here we have a Galaxy A01. Also, I was able to do a successful FRP bypass on that one. Here we have an A01. This one is perfectly fine working. It is actually on Android 10 though, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, this one works perfectly fine. It's in pretty good condition. It is cracked, but that is just the screen protector. It has a screen protector on it. This is a Galaxy Note 9. I think this just needs a new housing and back. I think that the screen is just completely dead. The battery works, and I think the logic board is working because it does actually vibrate when I connect the battery. When I try to turn it on with the battery connected, it does vibrate. And we have an LG K31 Rebel. Broken screen, and it's passcode locked. So that one will probably just sell for parts as is. I'll probably just sell that one on my eBay for parts. Then here we have a LG K51. This one actually works, and it's unlocked, but you can see the screen is completely destroyed, and the housing is destroyed too. This one I will probably restore in a future video. Same with the iPhone 8 Plus. I'll probably restore that one in a future video and the Note 9 too. Here we have a LG Expression Plus 3, I think. This one is locked with a passcode. It's not reset, but and then here we have a LG Stylo 4. It is FRP locked. I think I need to downgrade this one before I can bypass it, but I can't seem to find anywhere to actually download the older firmware. This one is actually running a pretty old firmware already though, but I think I need to downgrade it just like to a firmware that's just like a couple months older to bypass it. I had to do that with the Galaxy S6 Edge too. I had to downgrade the firmware on that one for me to be able to bypass it. Then we have a Moto Z Play Droid here. This one I'll probably repair in a future video as well, because the screen is actually pretty cheap for this one. You can get actually, I think, legitimate OLED screen replacement for this for only like $30, which is super cheap for an OLED screen. This one, the Stylo 4, I'm probably not going to restore this one because it is cracked, but it's not that bad, and I don't think it has any burn-in or anything. It probably doesn't have an OLED. It depends on how much the screen costs. Probably all I'll do with this one is just get a new S Pen, and it has a case for it. It came with the case, but the case is pretty nasty, but I can probably clean it. The next thing we have is a Motorola Z4. This one works perfectly fine and is unlocked. It's got some pretty bad screen burn, but it's not cracked at all. On the front anyway. The back is cracked, but it's not terribly cracked. And then it also has this wood grain cover thing. I don't know what this does. I think it's literally just a cover. I thought maybe it was like for wireless charging or something, but it's not. But I got that all cleaned up. It had tape all over it. It was really disgusting. We have a BLU Studio XL. This is the original BLU Studio XL. This one I'll probably just sell for parts because it's not LTE, so it's not really worth fixing up. It's probably locked. Then we have a BLU Studio XL2, and this one is FRP locked. So gonna try to bypass that one. And then this one is actually LTE and it's dual SIM, so this one might be worth something to sell. It is only Android 6 though, so that sucks. But that one I will probably try to fix up. Yeah, I might. I don't know. But yeah, so some of them have FRP locks. I'm going to still try more to bypass that. This is the only one that I've really tried to bypass that much, is the Stylo 4. I tried pretty hard to bypass that one, but I think if I could actually get the firmware to download, I keep pressing download it on it, and then it just doesn't do anything. But hopefully, if I can get that to actually download and be able to flash it. Here we have a Nextbook, but it's not turning on now. I don't know what it's. I had this turned on, had like 15%, so but it died, I guess. And then here we have some random phone. I figured out what this phone was at some point, but I don't know what it is now. It is passcode locked, and it's basically, you don't have any idea even how many digits the pin is, so it can't be guessed. That's the exact same thing with this one. It's actually locked with a what are these things? So I might be able to guess that, but probably not. Probably can't guess it. But then we have this one. Works perfectly fine. Not locked or anything. And then we have this one. This one is not locked or anything. This one's actually kind of interesting though, because it's on Android 8.1, and it's actually, I mean, it looks like a Android 4 device. It's really slow though. You can see Android 8 there. It literally says it has 512 megs of RAM though, so it's pretty useless still. And we have this TCL phone. This one is locked with a passcode. Haven't tried to reset it or anything yet. And then we have this, I have no idea what that says, like Shulk, I guess, Shulk, Shuck. I have no idea. But it has a completely destroyed charging port. But I did actually manage to get this to charge up to 100%. Oh. Hold up. It's actually in the Chrome browser. It's FRP locked, but it's in the Chrome browser for some reason. So I wonder if I could bypass this, because it's in the Chrome browser, so that's surprising. I'll try to see if I can bypass it, and I'll come back in a minute. I literally just turned this on, and it was just in the browser. Like, I didn't turn on TalkBack or anything. I mean, I don't remember doing anything. I have no idea. I just literally turned this on, and it just went to the Chrome browser, so maybe I can do something with that. Hopefully I can. So I was unable to bypass it because it kicked me out of the Chrome browser before I could actually do anything. But I tried to open settings from the Chrome browser, and I tried to install some FRP bypass APK things, and nothing would work. So yeah, this is pretty cooked. Then we also have this AT&T phone. The screen actually works on this. Everything works. The power button is bad though, and I can't really get to the recovery mode. And it's also passcode locked. So, and then we have this Nextbook tablet. It's running Android 5. It works perfectly fine. It has a screen protector on it, so it's pretty good. The back is pretty horrible. It's got a lot of scratches and stuff. But yeah. And then I got a Fire tablet here that does actually work. This one I was able to reset, and it didn't have any issues. I think it's a Fire 5, if I can find the about. Where the heck even is the about? Device options, I guess. Yeah, there it's Fire 5. And then we have this tablet. This is like a T-Mobile tablet. I think it's a Alcatel something 2 tablet. I don't know, but that's something. It just has a bad charging port, I think, but it's not modular, so it would require soldering to fix it. Then this is a Fire HD 8-inch 7th generation. This one I took apart, and I tried to charge the battery with I was trying to take the battery out of this one and then plug it into this one, and then let this one charge the battery, and then put it back in here. But when I was removing the battery, they used so much freaking adhesive that it actually ripped the battery. And I was using tons of rubbing alcohol. I used like an entire cup full of rubbing alcohol. I had this thing was like halfway full of rubbing alcohol, and I used all of that just trying to get the battery out, and it still broke the battery. So Amazon apparently uses an insane amount of adhesive on their Fire tablet batteries, but this one also has a bad charging port, so I couldn't plug it in. And then yeah, so that is pretty much it. Some of these devices I'm going to try to fix. The FRP, I think a lot of them I probably can bypass, but I don't know, a lot of them, like these brand phones like this that I probably can't bypass them at all. And also this one's got a bad charging port, so there's not really any chance for this one. But yeah, so that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Also, I forgot to mention, I forgot to show the flip phone. It does work perfectly. It is working fine. Also, there is all of like the model number and everything if you care about that.